So we want to do 7.2, number 25, which is what? What does this say? Quadratic thing?
Solve each equation by completing the square to obtain the
Wrong
exact...
section, Lilena. Yeah, so these say solve by complete the square, right? We could solve these using the quadratic formula, which we'll learn later today. Or maybe you already know, it might be a good way to check your answer. Failing that, let's see, I've got 3x squared plus 6x plus 2. What do I start with?
Divide everything by 3?
Get the 2 on the other.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to do both things, right? I need to divide everything by 3, and I need the 2 on the other side. Which way do you do it?
Probably the 2 first.
Probably the 2 first. Why?
Because you need all the x's on one side and the whole numbers on the other side.
Okay, but I need both things. Why would you?
So that you don't have to do it at the end.
With the fraction, it might be easier.
Yeah, I'm scared of fractions, so I'm going to deal with them as late as possible. It doesn't matter. Okay, if I did the divide by 3 first, I'd subtract 2/3 at the next step, right? Instead of here subtracting 2 and then dividing by 3. So if we divide by 3, what are we left with? X squared plus 2x is negative 2/3. Cool. And I'm glad you remembered to distribute. You all got the 2 here, right? And didn't leave it a 6 like crazy people?
Probably.
Probably? Okay. Remember to distribute. All right, now what?
To make spaces.
Okay, so I add my magic blanks. Still need an acronym for that. AMB. Okay, so if I add my blanks, I've got x squared plus 2x plus blank is minus 2/3 plus blank. Then what? Okay, I want to take this and look at it as x something squared is minus 2/3 plus blank, right? Okay. How do you get from the 2 to something down here?
Divide 2.
Divide by 2, so what do you get? So what do you put here? Plus 1. Okay, then how do you get up to fill the blanks?
So you square it.
Square what?
1.
1?
You get 1.
Okay, so I get 1 in each blank, right? Okay, so this step is a like terms. Right? What are the like terms I'm combining? Okay, so if you owe somebody 2/3 of something and then you get 1, how much do you have? 1/3. Okay, so I've got x plus 1 squared is 1/3. When you're doing that like term stuff, you might think here common bottom, right? Common bottom is 3, right? You've got negative 2/3 and then 3/3 gives you 1/3 left. Okay, so what am I at this point? Yeah, I should start extraction of roots because I'm done completing the square, right?
Correct.
So right here, square completed. And now I need to start this solve bit, right? Okay, so to solve, what do I do? Square root. So I got x plus 1 is, oh, okay. So plus minus. Remember those, they're important. Okay, now I'm here. What do you do here? Okay, how? Subtract 1 from both sides, so you get x is
-1 plus or minus.
okay. And what do I do? Am I done?
You need your 2 problem.
Okay, I should get 2 answers, and I know how to simplify this thing just a touch more. How can I simplify that? Yeah, I might think to myself, this is the square root of 1 over the square root of 3, which is 1 over 3. of square root of 3. Cool? So I could rewrite my answers as x is negative 1 plus 1 over the square root of 3, or x is negative 1 minus 1 over the square root of 3. You guys cool with this? Is this the answer that's going to be in the back of the book?
No.
No. What does the back of the book do?
It's like 3.
It rationalizes it
Or
enough.
3 plus root of 3 over.
Yeah, they get rid of the radical in the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So the way they do that is by, well, I don't know. How do they do that? Yeah, they multiply this piece by 1. It's not an approximation, it's actually equals to. And the thing they do is they say, okay, this 1 over root 3, right? I might think to myself, okay, x is negative 1 plus 1 over root 3. And then could I multiply this thing, top and bottom, by something to move that root 3 up? Square root of 3 over square root of 3. Why would you pick that? You see that? It's 1. But now root 3 squared is 3. Okay, see that? So you end up with negative 1 plus root 3 over 3. Okay, see that?
Yeah.
This is something your book does. I don't care if you can do this. I would like you to realize that this is 1. But I don't care if you end every problem by doing this. Your book does it because they're kind of old school. This is something that I don't care if you can do anymore.
What if we've already gotten in the habit of doing it?
Yeah, then leave it. It's fine. You can do it. I'm not going to take points off for it unless you do it wrong. Cool? Questions on this one?